and stick around for those pounds, but I do that to pass the torch and put on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 3 of Rest against Yellow Solo Mid. This is Southern Cross Dota Tide's Wrath Season 3. And this is part of Southern Cross Dota's new tournament. I do have Omega Kai helping me out because my normal caster is here, just waiting for a quick call on Skype, and we should be underway. But this is Game 3. We did say Yellow Solo Mid taking a nice big victory in Game 1 tonight, and Rest countered that up with a good victory in Game 2. And is that working now? Good, we've got Omega on the line. How are we doing tonight?
I am doing well, thank you very much. And shout out to those guys currently watching on the stream. I am Omega Kai helping out Shaz for his cast tonight.
Well, it's good because having a second person means that every now and then I can have a drink of water, which is really a nice change for once, since Ragnarok decided he wanted to have a social life, but we are back underway in Game 3 here.
And of course, by water you mean whiskey.
Well, I'm out of whiskey now, so that's a little bit disappointing. I had heaps, and now that's gone. But we are in...
Yellow Solo Mid versus Rest. I have to say, I think I've cast almost every game except the previous 2 matches of Yellow Solo Mid, so I have a bit of backstory to be able to follow through in terms of what they're looking to pick up. So you take the lead, and I'll speak when you allow me to.
Well, we've got the first couple bans out, and they're pretty much similar at the moment. We've got the Elder Titan being banned out at the moment, and we've got a Visage ban as well. So a bit of a respect ban towards Lethal, who played a brilliant Visage last game at Rest, opting for that Lich and the Timbersaw ban. But now YSM able to take control of the game. They're going to have first pick. And could we be seeing another Crystal Maiden pickup? Omega, or what are your thoughts on the first pick material?
I don't know. First, it seems to be that the first pick, second pick is all Crystal Maiden at the moment, followed by Tranquil Boats. The current meta seems to be Crystal Maiden Lich. If Lich is not on the pool, Crystal Maiden is definitely in one of the 2 first slots for both teams. But you can see Yellow Solo Mid, they go with a Weaver for the first pick for potentially what could be a solo Weaver off lane or a tri lane. What are my thoughts on Crystal Maiden? I'm a fan because it opens up the avenue for so many other heroes that you would not otherwise pick up because of the mana aura. If you can add those like low mana pool heroes to the pool, like Salt Shaker of Doom or the Earth Shaker, you know, it's more viable when you have a Crystal Maiden. And Rest going into Clockwork. What do you think of that?
Well, Clockwork was actually picked up in the first game by HTE, and he did a magnificent job of it. Clockwork does make a great solo mid, and he also makes a very good offlaner. Because of those cogs, you can just block the enemy team from jumping on you. You can use that hookshot to escape. But I think the best thing, or at least pre-6.79, was you could block that medium camp with the rocket flare, where the now safe camp is, if you shot the rocket at a certain time towards that camp. So he's a great hero, but Luna going to be picked up on Rest's side now. Windwalk did play a pretty nice Luna last game, but just didn't get the farm he needed in comparison to that on Kilted and Miggles, and ended up just not being able to do as much, but she's still a great hero. And now YSM picking up the Darkseer, so YSM and Rest at the moment just seem to be swapping heroes around. Darkseer was played by Evil Twig in the last game.
Yeah, your YSM, they do favour the long game, they do favour the late game in terms of how they build their teams. They've got Darkseer and Weaver, they have 2 strong potential offlanes. They can rotate, or they can pick it up based on what the rest of the draft is. They still have 3 drops to pick from. Rest, they go with Luna. Luna is definitely part of the new game meta, and that is particularly strong. We have seen so many games, particularly in Tide's Wrath, where they have been turned by the sort of 15 to 20 minute Lunas who have been given, for whatever reason, been given free farm, and they're able to just turn the tide by themselves, displacing the role that you normally see being played by both Alchemist and Anti-Mage.
Well, she does have the flash farm ability that both Anti-Mage and Alchemist do have. Alchemist with the Grievel's Greed, and of course Anti-Mage, once he gets his Battle Fury, is just able to skyrocket that GPM, but Luna can get those glaives nice and early, plus they bounce to heroes multiple times, doing massive damage. It is a 35% reduction per bounce now, instead of the 30%, but it's still a lot of damage. If you're attacking for 100 damage, the next attack hitting other people for 65, and then after that hitting for 40 and 30, it's still doing a lot of damage and just splitting it around. So she's always going to be a viable hero. And the buff on Eclipse it's insignificant because she doesn't usually pick up an Argonim Scepter.
But the buff on the Moonglaves is what's really important. It's what you need to focus, because no longer does it just singly bounce between a single target. It can now bounce between the same targets as beforehand. You know, if you had like 5 guys, it would have to jump between 5 different guys. But now it can just jump between the two single targets. So that's kind of the reason why we see the resurgence in Luna, why we see her flash farming or sort of filling in that heavy farm, heavy carry role, because the actual push that you can get out of Luna is more efficient, and the pickup of XP/CS is stronger. Going into the bans, what do you think about the second set of bans?
Well, they make sense. Batrider on HD last game was doing great with just the pickups when he got that Blink Dagger and the 4-stuff, able to pick off heroes. He was picking off Lethal or Twig or even Tondas frequently from time to time, so it was a great ban there. The Nyx Assassin will be banned out by Rest though, so Tondas did play that in game 2, and I think Tondas had it in game 1. So Tondas was Rubik in the game 1. But the TA Assassin, Templar Assassin ban as well. She's a great middle hero, and she's quite tanky with that refraction. Plus she just rips out the damage courtesy of Meld. And plus her traps give vision. They're a big AoE slow, so a smart ban as well. And of course Rubik being banned out, one of the supports, and as this metagame is pretty much focused around picking up your supports generally early, banning out Rubik makes a lot of sense just because of how strong he is. But Rest will be picking up a puck for their middle lane, so they've got a lot of flexibility at the moment. The puck can go into the middle lane or the off lane, the exact same for Clockwork. I know puck off lane hasn't been seen in a very long time, but she's still there as a possibility. And now the Jakiro pickup, and he's a very good hero now because that Liquid Fire is, or it's toggleable, so you can use it on your towers when you want. But that Ice Path, such a great defensive stun.
I don't know if it's purely defensive. You can also use it offensively. It works really well into a vacuum. If you throw down the Ice Path, you can vacuum the enemy team into position just so you can pick them off. And I just have to say quickly, Rest. They have this wombo combo team already with the Naga Siren, the Puck for the Dream Coil, the Luna for the Eclipse, and of course the Cogs to disrupt the enemy team thanks to deep penetration from the hook shot. So already Rest looking like they're gonna be aiming for the early level 6 as much as possible. Look to push aggressively once they get that 6. So the pressure gonna come down onto YSM in order to shut down as many of those heroes as possible and look to be aggressive pre-6 level.
They can, and especially with Naga Siren now, that level 6 Song of the Siren, that's going to be so good for setting up Puck's Dream Coil. You've got Eclipse to follow it up, and you've got the hook shot just to find his way into the fire, drop the cogs, segregate the team, and he's going to be able to work wonders with that. But the picking, the rat ball is now in the court of Yellow Solo mid. They've got the Darkseer for the off lane. They've got Jakiro for the safe, for the support. They've got a Weaver for the safe lane as well, and now OD going into that middle lane. And Yellow Solo mid going for a very strong lineup at the moment. Weaver has the ability to just deal out piles of damage with that Geminate attack, a free extra attack every 2.5 seconds or so. Yeah, 2.5 seconds at level 4. And Outworld Devourer, we all know how hard he hits with the Sanity's Eclipse and with the Astral, with his Arcane Orb. And he can just rip out the pure damage based on his maximum mana pool. So that's going to be able to do massive mana. And the two sisters going to be banned out, Lena, Maiden, and 5th pick Enchantress to be going into the jungle. So a bit of an odd lineup from Rest at the moment. Like, they've got the Puck for middle, Naga for your support to support Luna, and I suppose they can run Enchantress as both a support and a carry.
They've got 2-1-1-1-1. They got one in the jungle, and that is probably what is considered to be the most current. 6. 2-1-1-1. That's the most proficient build in terms of XP gain, but it is a little greedy. You've got Puck in the middle, Luna in the safe lane with somebody else, Naga Siren in the long lane, as just as an example. Probably going to be Clockwork, but Enchantress in the jungle. It's greedy. It's very greedy. Look at their lineup. They really want to capitalize on the fact that they need those level 6s. And so that's what they've gone with the Jungle Ball for the Enchantress. Whereas YSM, they have a more rounded build-up. It's quite magic heavy though. It's got Elwood Devour as well as Jinkari. You can see before you what the heroes are, but that's quite magic intensive. So it's going to suffer from BKB, and so we're going to see Luna go for the early BKB to try and counteract, particularly OD. And it's complete. Other than Weaver, it's completely magic based.
Look, it really is, but it's powerful, so they're going to be needing the BKBs up on the Luna and possibly the Enchantress if she goes towards a more carry lineup. But Venoman's in the 5th pick, and he is so strong now because of that buff, that wards get the Poison Sting. So we'll be starting the game very shortly. And I'll just throw it to you quickly, Omega, because I just need to quickly grab something for 1 second.
Gonna take over on the fly. Right, let's have a look at both the rest. We see that Evil Twig, the caster of the hour, the New Zealand caster, playing the Clockwork, and like I've seen Twig play a bunch of Clockwork, so this should be an interesting match. We got Todders sitting on the Naga Siren. Of course, the Naga Siren is going to be a critical hero once she gets 6. But even pre-6, she's got the net, she's got the Riptide, and that's the ability that most people seem to overlook. And of course, we've got Kyton sitting on the Luna, Miggles sitting on the the Puck, and that leaves Lethal sitting on the Enchantress.
So Rest going for that aggressive lineup that you were just talking about, the greedy lineup more so, and they're going to be able to find early pickoffs up in that top lane. So I think Roidsy, you're going to have to be very, very careful up in that top lane. Kilted obviously going to be very dominant with the Naga support. They've got that ensnare, which is going to be able to catch out Darkseer. No matter how fast you are, you can't move when you're ensnared. And Lethal's going to be able to rotate around at any given time and be able to pick up a nice easy kill. My overlay is still up, so I need to get rid of that. And it's gone before the start of the game.
Overlay.
It's gone. This is a new thing. I'm trying to get rid of it before the game starts, and I seem to be succeeding at the moment, which is always nice. And the horn will be going off in about 10 seconds time. Just to quickly start, check out our sponsors at ttesports.com. They're the major sponsors for this tournament. Check out their Facebook, just TTE Sports or Thermaltake AU. And of course, head over to southerncrossdota.com. Check out the forums for the latest and the greatest in the Australian and Dota 2 scene. And Darkseer with a 30% win rate, although being picked up 73 times in Tyler's Rest so far. So he's picked up quite a lot, and we could have an early engagement here, Omega. Tonda's kind of scouting out and Pudding just trying to hide behind the trees. But there could be a bit of a skirmish in that middle lane. Twig picking up it.
Look out! Yeah, I was going to say, look out! The Clockwork. This could be the cogs of doom, but no, he misses the opportunity.
Tonda's going to be the one in trouble now.
Vale. The Gale, man.
The Gale. Beautiful cogs by Twig. He's going to catch both of them there, but now Pudding and HT are going to be able to be aggressive on him, and Miggles are going to come up and try and support out. He's going to help HT. HT's taking a little bit of damage there. Not enough to really cripple him, but he's still just being harassed a little bit. And we've got 4 in that middle lane at the moment, so Windwalk down on bot, going to be able to pick up some pretty quick free farm. The Sanity, the Astral Imprisonment is going to come out. Still a little bit of mana from Miggles. He's going to go down to 200 HP already, going quite low. And a little bit of free int for OD, going to help him in that middle lane. Enchantress still sticking around. She's got the Troll Summoner up here. The Tonda's now going to retreat up to that top lane where Roidsy, having a great time with that double iron shell, going to harass Kilted just a little bit. But you can't let that Weaver free farm down bot though.
I'm just going to quickly go back to the Enchantress. Like, I got to say, I'm surprised that there was no First Blood with the Dark Troll Summoner. You can normally secure that First Blood with the Ensnare, but of course, that did not result. And that was slightly disappointing. There was many opportunities to throw that net out, but just could not find the support. Or just not, the communication's not there. They didn't communicate. This is the hero that I'm going to ensnare. Look to right click on this target. That's all you needed. Meanwhile, wow, I missed that. What happened?
HCA got dunked by Puck. I didn't actually see what happened, but I dare say a bit of too much aggression from HTA. We can see where Puck is at the moment. Puck's just sitting up just towards that tier 1 tower, and I don't know, he must have just gotten lucky with his skills. He's down to about 160 HP, and he's lost
a lot of it.
Look in the top lane. Oh, Venomancer, Pudding Head, going to be surged away. Luna following it up with a Lucent Beam, and here come Tondas and Lethal, though, putting in a lot of trouble. The long-range attack from Lethal, going to find a kill. So that top lane, another kill.
Where was Pudding Head going? Where was Pudding Head going? Seriously, he's going to the shop. when he's under 50% HP. He is total miscalculation there. He should have been looking to retreat towards his
Twig
tower.
down in the bottom lane could be in a little bit of trouble. He's taking a lot of damage. He did dodge the ice path, but that dual breath just managing to cripple Twig a little bit, and he's going to have to be very careful. He's only got 2 tangos left, and he's going down with Darkseer now, picking up that Soul Ring up top, so he should be pretty sweet for farm up there, just provided he's a lot more careful up there.
Just want to say that Lethal has the best hero setup, the best creep setup that you could possibly hope for. Has the Centaur Conqueror 4, the stun, as well as the Dark Troll Summoner, so easy rotation here if they want to pick on that. Wow, another kill. This is aggressive Dota at its best. Luna dying in the top lane there underneath the tier 1 tower.
Poor Luna, she tried so hard, but that Ion Shell, it's so hard to avoid when you're against a Darkseer. You know, especially even on Luna when you've got 330 base move speed. The creeps with 325, they're only a little bit behind you, but that Ion Shell just slowly rips away at your health. Even now, Kilton's going to try and surge forward to get a little bit of a bit of damage off. He did throw the Lucent Beam out onto Mr. Pudding, and he took a little bit of damage for his trouble. But that Luna already dying once, and it's just been so aggressive up there. Luna's lost her life. OD and Pudding both died as well. And it looks like Lethal from Rest coming into that middle lane. He did lose his Dark Trolls. We can see the small corpse here. Just being so aggressive. And Miggle's going to lose a little bit more mana as that Ashland Imprisonment comes out. And this is where OD does so well against an int hero. You really just can't strip sand.
I was going to say, down comes the Gale and a bunch of right clicks onto Luna. They really want to secure the kills against Luna. Of course, Luna is, if you look at the two teams and how they're configured, definitely in the favor of rest in late game mode. They have the Luna, even with BKB, because she can kind of shrug off the OD, because she can shrug off basically anybody except the Weaver. So it's all going to come down to Luna and Weaver farm. And as you can see already, net worth, Weaver beating out the Luna by about 500 gold.
Well, Weaver has got a lot more last hits. He's 25 and 7 down on that bottom lane. Luna, on the other hand, 14 and 9, plus she's got a death. So you can already see the 10 additional last hits, just doing wonders for Windwalk. And of course, it is a Weaver against a solo Clockwork, so that lane should always go in favor of the Weaver. Whereas Kilted having to try and struggle with a duo lane, and he's against a Venomance who's king of harass, but also the Darkseer who can just use that Iron Shell so aggressively. And unfortunately for him, it is a melee support in his lane who's able to harass out a little bit less than that of a ranged hero. But Tondas does have the net, so they can pick up some easy kills. It is a level 2 net at the moment, 3 points in it, and Bot could be in trouble. Is Twig going to go down? He's going to take the dual breath, and now Weaver just getting the Shikuchi and the Geminate attack off. The rocket will come out, but Talik going to pick up a kill. No, Windwalk going to get the last hit there. Talik just managing to kite the poor Twig around and just stay alive. Shout out to Twig and Tondas have also both been casting Tide's Wrath with myself, Shads, and Omega Kai. And of course, a big, massive shout out to Sophie, who's in the broadcast channel with us, who's sitting in here. So you guys in the Twitch chat are eligible for item drops, and she's been doing this for most of the tournament, having to deal with my crap. So, lucky her.
She's amazing at stats. I'm just going to add, she's really, really good at stats.
She did like 3 tonight. So she's on fire. There is
on fire.
There is an invisibility rune up on top lane at the moment, which Meggles is going to chuck into his bottle and head up to top. He has got the Dream Coil up. He's still missing a little bit of vent from OD, but I think... No, Roydsy's going to be able to get home, no problems. He's going to use that surge to take himself back. It's a 4-man lane up on the top lane at the moment. So YSM Rest should really be able to push that top tier 1 tower, but it looks like Miggles is going to head back to that middle lane. He doesn't want to let that HTA get out of control on the OD, because if you let OD get big, you're going to have a bad time. He's already picked up the Null Talisman and a bit of Gloves of Haste, going for those early treads. And once he does get like big, he starts hitting hard. He's already hitting for 84 damage. Add in that Arcane Orb, and he just hits like a truck.
I just want to say that there was a very, very close situation there on the top lane.
Oh, HTA could be in trouble in that middle lane now, though. The Dream Coil from Miggles coming out. He's not going to be able to find a Waning Rift. He's going to find it now. One more auto attack should take down HTA. He is going to pop that healing salve, though, and Miggles not going to be able to find a kill. He's going to throw the orb. Is he going to take out HTA? He will. He's going to get that kill nice and simple. That illusory orb finding him, and just being able to jaunt to it and managing to pick up a last kill. So Miggles going to go take a nice lead in that middle lane. He's now level 8 against a level 7 Outworld Devourer. Bit unfortunate for him. There's no other kills at the moment. No, Twig could be in trouble. Jakiro just harassing him out with that dual breath. Windwalk trying to get up as quick as he can. The Geminate attack is going to find him. Taking him down to about 250 HP, but not do too much. And look at this, the aggression from Rest at the moment. Lethal coming straight into that middle lane. He's got the Ursa Warrior, and they're just taking that tower down nice and quickly. They're taking him down to about 400 HP. The Hellbear's going to go down, takes a stun. 85 gold goes to HTA, a little bit of bonus gold, and now Megal's going to reward himself with a haste rune up in that top lane, straight into his bottle. And YSM with an early lead in gold and experience at the moment as well.
I was also Luna used her ult to try and secure a kill against the Darkseer, but that Surge managed to save him. Also, the rotation from the we got the puck in into the top lane almost also got Darkseer, but I guess a reaction Surge he sensed missing, and it was just very, very close. And you can see there that both the heroes in the top lane, Luna as well as Darkseer, hovering on reasonably low hit points, low total hit point values. Need to be a little bit careful because this could result in a kill in any second. But both tempting bait.
They really are, and it's a bit ballsy, but they need to stay in lane just to try and get that farm. But Tilted, he is living with a dagger above his head, I believe the term is. A dagger by a thread of hair.
Well, in the middle lane,
But in the middle lane, Miggles, he's diving onto that tower. He does have a haste rune, so he's not going to be too worried by it. But he's trying to get that tower. But no, HT is going to imprison him and just deny that tower beautifully. But is Pudding going to be in trouble? That orb's going to come out. Miggles, he's not going to be too aggressive. He's going to go down. Down on the bottom, Twig could be in trouble. Clockwork did manage to take out Jakiro, but did teleport away in the end. But Megal's still just trying to harass HTA out. Enchantress Lethal is here at the moment just to back up. They've also found Tondas here. Tondas hasn't got level 6 yet, so no Song of the Siren just yet. But here comes Roydsy being a bit aggressive. He takes out the Satyr. And there's the Dream Call from Puck. He's going to go into his little phase shift. The Illusory Orb's going to find out. Tondas going to get a Riptide off, but he's going to take a Sanity Eclipse for his work. The Silence is going to come out now. Roydsy still trying to run around. Puddinghead has the Iron Shell on him. He does throw the Venomous Gale. I think he caught up. He only hit Puck with that. The Ice Path will fly from Talik, though. Miggles and Lethal still just sort of dancing around that wave, taking a little bit of damage from that Iron Shell, but no kills will fall in the middle lane. Everyone's on quite low health. Twig's here. Twig is smoked up. He's got the hook shot. He's ready to fly. He's ready to launch in. Puddinghead's going to teleport away. The mech did come out from Darkseer. But Twig not going to go in just yet. He has found a double damage rune down at bottom lane. Miggles will probably come down for that. Fill his bottle up and go back in. That Dream Coil, 40 seconds. If they can combine that with Twig, we're going to have a dead OD in the middle lane. But Talik could be in no, he's going to head a bit more south and try and stay defensive.
I wanted to say that rest. They had a critical error in the middle. There were 4 heroes trapped in the Dream Coil. The Miggles managed to secure 4 heroes in a Dream Coil, but there was no follow through. And that was extremely unfortunate because they could have converted that very easily into at least 1 or 2 kills, but there was no follow through, and that would have made all the difference in the middle, especially going up against the OD.
Yeah, look, they need to keep that OD down as well, and having the 4 there. Oh, Miggle's going to go in. He's going to throw his orb. He's not going to catch him though, and he's just going to use that double damage to harass HTE away though. So very aggressive play there. Another salve will be popped by HTE. He hasn't actually managed to pick up much in the way of items. He's only sitting at 39 last hits. There's the Dream Call. The Illusory Orb will follow. And is he gone long? No, he's still there. HTA not going to block it. That double damage rune just doing a fair bit of damage. He's not going to be able to follow that up, though. I don't know why he went into his little phase shift. He probably could have dunked him. I think he got imprisoned there. But now Roydsy in a little bit of trouble. The hookshot's going to come from Twig, but he lashes onto Puck, not the Darkseer like he wanted. So Roydsy going to be able to escape there with his life. I'm just going to check out the last hits now, Omega. We can see Weaver, 72 last hits for himself. He's had free farm down that bot lane. He's already got that Mithril Hammer going for an early BKB. And Luna doing quite well for herself as well, just picking up the Helm of the Dominator. But that Weaver's just getting pretty big.
Yeah, in the mid lane, Puck is in a bit of trouble. He looks to jaunt out and under orb. He was actually caught by both the Ice Path as well as the Astral Imprisonment coming out of Outward Devour. He was looking like he would go down, but he threw out the orb just a fraction of a second early, and that enabled him to get away. Meanwhile, in the bottom, a bit of pressure going on to get in the bottom lane.
There is. But Windwalk, he's going to be able to back it out. He's got about 1,000 max life. He's got plenty of mana for himself. He's just pushing under that tower when he can. He's dropped it down to about 900 HP. So nothing too aggressive at the moment, but it's still enough to sort of bother Rest. And they're going to have to try and keep Twig down here now just to keep an eye on that tower. Lethal is coming down now as well. But Windwalk, he's level 10. He's almost got that second level in time lapse. He's not going to have too much trouble with just staying alive there. And just being able to push that tower as well. And he's free to do that. And that's what we saw Windwalk doing in that first game. He was Weaver. He just kept pushing the offlane as just constantly. He wasn't in many team fights because he was just split pushing the whole time. And it meant that the rest had to keep an eye on it. They couldn't be too aggressive or too defensive because that bottom line was getting pushed. And if it wasn't, the other lanes were getting pushed out. It was perfect split pushing Rat Dota from Windwalk. But top lane, we've got a lot of TP supports coming in. Lethal coming up. He's just trying to take out those Plague Wards. And what level those wards are at level 2, and they've got a level 2 Poison Sting as well, just doing a pretty brutal dot for 9 seconds, with a little bit of slow to them. What time does he's got the song?
Also, YSM have forced out the glyph on the top tower, so if they can take the team fight here against Nagasari, who pops her ult and looks to secure the position of both Talik, Pudding, and also Royty. This could be bad. Out comes the Cogs, in comes the John. Astral Prism catches them. Out comes the ult from the OD that just drives them down. Buyback from wait, buyback? I'm confused. What's going on?
No buybacks just yet, but a 4-for-0 trade going in favour of YSM, coming out of that well on top of the fight. I'm 90% sure no one on YSM died, but it was just beautiful play. The Dark Seer's vacuum coming out beautifully with the Sanity Eclipse, and it pretty much just dropped everybody there. And they're going to be able to take an easy tier 1 tower up here now. And that's going to give them a massive gold advantage. Weaver is going to take the last hit on that. Going to give him about a 2k gold advantage, about a 2k experience advantage as well. Most of that gold as well being on Weaver, who's got a net worth of 6k at the moment. He's picked up his Mithril Hammer and his Ogre Club, so quite close to the BKB. He could already have it. He does. He's got the BKB already, so he is having a great time farming. He's up to 429 gold a minute, and they're already looking to push that tier 2 tower now. They're trying to defend that with a Rocket Flare from Twig. It's only a level 1 rocket, so only doing about 80 damage. But
yeah, the pressure coming out of YSM is proving to be a little strong as they drive the tower below a second HP in terms of halfway, and this could be an engagement here in the top lane as everybody is in position. YSM look like they're looking to pick up particularly Windwalk as well as Talik. Yeah, they are beating pulling retreat. This is a close engagement, but look how much damage is done to this tower. It's only on 500 HP now.
And that's the kind of aggression they want. They can take down those tier 2 towers and take the map control away from Rest, which is what they really want to do. I'm just going to quickly have a look at how the wards are currently set up. Over on the Radiant, on YSM, they've got that top rune ward at the moment, just out of space, just far north of the Ancients. It is the only ward up at the moment. That's just going to go down now, so they are pretty much limited to around their tier 1 towers at top and bottom, and the middle tier 2 at the moment. But if we have a look at what we have over on Rest's side of the map, they have the Ancients warded for the Radiant, so they've got that covered, plus the safe lane up top. So they've got a bit more map control than YSM do at the moment. But of course they did come out pretty poorly in that last team fight, so they are going to want to be playing a little bit more defensive. And up on top, Roydsy's going to go down. He's going to get caught out by Twig, who hookshot it in and dropped the cogs. And a relatively simple kill for Rest. They did outnumber them up there 3 for 1. But that being said, Puck now going to have a Blink Dagger being sent out to himself, going to give him a massive advantage. HTE and taking a little bit of harass in the middle, and the Dream Coil is going to come out. The Waning Rift also going to follow. The Illusory Orb going to be thrown. Is HTA going to go down? He will. Puck gets a solo kill onto OD. Beautiful play there. Just making great use of that the Dream Coil. Didn't even have to pop the Blink Dagger to take out HTA, and this is in a bad position for HTA. They did take out that team fight. And shout out to the Kings in the Twitch chat. I know you guys love us, and now Windwalk and Pudding making great way onto that bottom lane. They're using those wards to be a bit aggressive onto the creeps. The Venomous Scout is going to find out if the creeps waves. That tower's down to 500 HP. We've only got Luna down here kilted, but Twig, Tondas, and Lethal going to come around from behind for a bit of a wraparound. There's the Song of the Siren TP coming in. Smart play. It is going to catch Pudding and Windwalk in that song, and now the rest of the team is going to be coming, but here comes Miggles. He blinks in, drops the Waning Rift. The Eclipse will come out from Kilted. Windwalk going to pop that BKB. He has time lapse as well. Tondas could be in a bit of trouble. Probably going to go down to Pudding Head here. The Ice Path will come out from Talik. Going to catch a couple of heroes there in that, but Windwalk wouldn't have too much trouble now. But Pudding Head does take down Tondas, and he loses his own life at the hands of Miggles. And now Twig trying to drop the cogs, but he's not going to catch anybody in there. The teams are sort of separated now by the creep wave. Talik tries to throw out a nice path. He catches Twig and Miggles in that as well, but they're not going to be able to move on to that too much. Here comes Roidsy now, though. The vacuum is up. The wall is up. The mech also up. Talik, HTA, and Roidsy still able to stick around here. Windwalk's down here too. He's only got 140 mana and about 300 health. If they can drop the mech, maybe he get a bit of health back, but he is still low on mana. Time lapse will be up for the next fight, though. And we are going to have another TP support from Pudding coming out. And I don't think Rest can contest this tier 1 tower down a bot anymore, Omega.
As the teams go for 7 for 7, it is the bottom one tier 1 tower that drops. I just want to say that great plays coming out of Jack. He manages to avert his team from disaster by throwing down a couple of ice paths that just drive back the offense from the Dire team. And if it was not for those ice paths, we would see an engagement.
Hookshot misses.
The hookshot misses, but this is still looks like it's going to be engagement. In comes Epideth. Dream Coil comes down. Out comes the Eclipse. This could be a dangerous damage. Out comes the Ascendant Eclipse, and you can see the team is mounting away. Clockwork goes down. It is Veno goes down, as well as Darkseer. The big pickup of Luna goes down, and this is a big play here for coming out of Rest. They need to pull this back. They are on the back foot. OD is still alive, and he's hiding in the bushes there. He needs to get out. Puck sees where he is, and he's trying to get away. Epideth is up. He looks like he will go down. What's he doing? Why is he looking to get out?
Oh, he's found him.
See where he is. More stuff.
These idiots.
I cannot believe he's still alive.
Oh, Tondas has found him, though.
Riptide being used by Tondas. He knows the power of his Riptide.
There we go.
It does pick up. That is the big pickup there for YSM, is they probably take the lead. But no, it's 10 to 10. It's both of them lose 3 heroes.
Dukes of the Australians coming out there. That was just a little bit of game of cat and mouse from Miggles and HDE. The two mid heroes once again having a little bit of their own skirmish. And I think Rest cheated there. Tondas came in and threw a Riptide. It was a clear gentleman's agreement of a 1v1 fight, and he cheated. That's just dirty. So I'm going to have to penalise Rest in this. I feel that Tondas should have a 1-minute timeout in the well, and it looks like he's listened and he's taking that time out at the moment, which is good, and he's going to break the rules. But Tilted now in that bottom lane, still just trying to farm up a little bit, but Weaver and Darkseer currently the dominant heroes with the last hits and denies. It's about 20 minutes in, so I want to have a quick analysis over our items at the moment. On YSM, we've got the mech and the Soul Ring up on Darkseer, plus about a K in pocket change. Jakiro's picked up a Null Talisman and Arcane Boots for himself. We've only got the Orb of Venom and the Urn out for Venomancer, who's going to get treads now. 4 staff on the OD, and a BKB going towards a Desolator now on Windwalk. But Rest is still ahead in items as well. They've got on their carries.
Yeah, look at their boot conversion though. They've got 2 heroes that are still yet to convert their boots into anything useful. They have a Helmet Dominator on Kaited, as well as what looks like could potentially be an early BKB. He has the Mithril Hammer, he has the Ogre Club, but this is not enough. He needs to get this BKB earlier. It is the 21-minute mark, and you need to get
Hookshot flies. Twig launching a big hookshot. He doesn't catch anyone in the cogs. He's going to dodge a Venomous Scale as well. Eclipse is going off from Kilted. He's going to try and down HTE. The Vacuum Whiz going to come in. The Macropire sits on that vacuum as well. Sanity's Eclipse did come out early on. Nagasan's going to go down. Lethal now in trouble. He's getting dunked down by those illusions. And Twig could be in the same kind of trouble. Miggles and Twig both taking massive damage from Roydsy. Going to find himself a double kill. Putting fun to double kill with the Gale now. A 5-man team wipe. Rest losing 5 in that engagement. And we can see massive items coming out for the spectators, but YSM getting that combo off perfectly. The Vacuum and Macropie are doing massive damage with that Wall of Illusion to follow it up. And that Poison Nova just adding to that damage. It does stupid amounts of damage. It was only level 1 at the time, but it still does a silly amount of damage to all heroes caught in it. It is not fatal, but they did enough damage to be able to capitalize on that, and we saw Roidsy surge ahead.
Tier 2 Tower Falls with Glyph available. Rest not choosing to use that Glyph whatsoever. Now there's a rotation, which could be a Roshan or could be a tower. It looks like it is a Roshan. They threw him the Ice Wall. So amazing pickup from Rest. They are tied with YSM, and then just like that, they go for a 4 or 5 kill lead. And this is now going to be a Roshan free cash.
Well, there was a buyout from OD though. OD did drop, so it was a 5-for-1 trade. It's 15 to 11 now. And here's the song of the siren. Tonda's in a great position for that. And I don't know if they're going to be able to capitalize. The illusory orb is going to go in from Nicholas. He's going to drop the silence. He hasn't dropped the Dream Core yet. He's going to go down before the Dream Core comes out because of the Dark Seer's vacuum. Now Lethal picks up a nice hit there, and this is where YSM are coming back to capitalize. They've already taken down 2. Tonda's going to be in the same kind of trouble. Windwalk trying to get him. Lethal will go down to Roidsy, and there they go. Venomancer takes out Tonda's. Luna, the only one left. Kilted, not even in that fight. He was back in mid just farming up. And now YSM going to be able to take out that Roshan. They go to an 8-kill lead. They're up in gold. They're 12k advantage at 23 minutes in. Nearly a 10k experience advantage as well. YSM moving further and further ahead.
I will draw your attention to the XP graph as it goes 90 degrees towards north. You can see that YSM taking commanding lead. That Roshan attempt to deny it did not work out well for rest. They are in fact now way on the back foot, and actually a little bit of the throw there as they look to pursue Luna. They really desperately want her. Many
She's so
picks
quick.
Going down on her. Yeah, she
That
has
was my
the
pick.
highest. She has the highest movement.
Oh,
back
great
inside.
vacuum.
Out comes the Eclipse. He wants to secure the kill. It is a Luna pickup. And that is just another nail in the coffin of rest.
Oh, they're gonna. Roidsy will go down to the puck though. Miggle's coming in just to try and at least get something out of the trade. There goes the hook shot from Twig. He's gonna find a big. I don't even know who he found there, but OD did Ashland Prism. Metallic's going to be in trouble. He's trying to get any spills off, but he can't do so. The battery assault from Twig just coming and disrupting that. He's going to get himself 550 gold for a nice big kill. And Windwalk going to try and take out that Seder. They did. No, they didn't. Windwalk is going to be picked up with the dust. He's going to pop the BKB, though, to try and avoid that. He does still have time slap up at the moment, so no harm really done. And the dust not going to find him because of the BKB, but now HC is in a defensive position. He's got the 4-star up. He's going to go across the cliff, and he's going to be safe.
Wow, good plays there coming in a YSM to save 2 critical heroes at a critical moment, as they had already lost the Darkseer and the Jack. They do not want to lose any more. It's 20 to 13 though. You'd have to say Rest have a commanding lead, given they have over 15,000 gold in advantage, as well as almost 12,000 experience. So this is really looking like it's going to be a game that YSM looking to throw, but at the same time, Rest they have the team fight. It's just about finding that position, finding that opportunity to utilize their team fights. If they can go Dream Call into Eclipse, potentially with an set up with the Naga Siren or Cogs in the mix somewhere with Epidus damage, they can actually take a team fight quite one-sidedly, but it's just they just can't find that opportunity to do so.
Well, Venomancer's actually got an Arcanum Scepter now as Puck gets a Dagon. And I just need to point out that Venomancer does have an Orb of Venom, and while people might seem like it's a silly idea, and I even just drew WTF on the chat log, but with the Poison Sting already slowing for 14%, the Orb of Venom adds another 4 to that. You've got an 18% slow on your auto attack with 2 dots. And that does help with your Poison Nova as well. It's level 2 with an Arcanum Scepter at the moment, so it's doing 80 damage a second for 15 seconds. So already it's up to about, what's that, 1,300 damage in an AoE around them. So that's going to be huge for them. And being able to get the Venomous Gale to follow that up and allow the ticks, because Poison Nova is non-fatal, you do have the Poison Sting, the wards with Poison Sting, and the Orb of Venom to try and proc that last hit. So it may seem like a silly idea, but it is ultimately a decent decision, and Miggle's having to blink and teleport away. And oh, is Talent going to be in trouble? He's going to throw an Ice Path north, and not going to catch anybody with that, though. We are at a quick break in team fight, so once again, shout out to our sponsors at TT Esports by Thermaltake. Head over to www.ttesports.com, check out their gaming gear. They are the major sponsors for this tournament and providing all the prizes. There's also a giveaway over at southerncrossdota.com/giveaway. Head over to SCD, they are hosting this tournament. It is Tide's Wrath Season 3. This is a best race between Yellow Solo Mid and Rest. And the loser will be eliminated from this tournament. This is the lower bracket. YSM taking game 1, Rest taking game 2, as the tier 2 tower will go down to Weaver on the bottom lane.
Just want to draw your attention that Luna has now picked up her BKB, and this is a critical moment. If Luna can capitalize on the fact that she has this BKB, she can basically tank out anything that comes out of the way of YSM. They are all pretty much magical damage except for Weaver. So if she could just at the same time, Weaver has the desolator, but she can just basically walk into a team fight situation, BKB it up, ult, right click away, and there's not really a lot that YSM can do about it. So this could be a turning point for Rest. They have to play this very precisely, very carefully, because it's all about the supports. And they just don't have as much farm as what is YSM has, and so they need to be very precise about how they go into the next few minutes.
Well, the pressure is on Rest. They're at a gold and experience disadvantage. I'm going to bring up the hero levels. We've got level 16 on that Weaver, 15 on the Puck, which is pretty decent for your mid. You've got 14 and 13 following that up on the Darkseer and the Outworld Devourer. But then you've got the Luna sitting at 13, then the two supports. Currently doing a higher level than the hard lane Clockwork. So there is a distinct level advantage, but although it's a level 2 Argonim's Poison Nova for Venomancer at the moment, which is what's giving them a huge edge in the team fight. And they've got so much AoE, they've got the Poison Nova, they've got Vacuum Wall, they've got Sanity's Eclipse, and they've got Macropire. It's just an AoE shitstorm coming out from YSM at the moment. And Rest really don't have a way to contest that at the moment. Luna obviously has that BKB to debuff it, but until then, it's a bit ballsy. And Puck going for that Blink Dagger, the Dagon, I don't even know if that's really a good idea given the situation.
Yeah, no, I do think it is a good idea. They can finish off the heroes. They just need the pack. You can see Dreamcore into both orb. BKB coming out of the Weaver. Song comes down. Weaver could potentially be a target as the BKB wears off. Now this is going to be the Wombo combo. Out will come Eclipse. Down comes Eclipse. And Sanity Eclipse to seal it off. This is a massive pickup for YSM as they nail down that. Nail it down against Rest. Buybacks coming out as well.
It was a 2-for-2 trade there so far. Who bought back in that instance? Buyback from Clockwork by the looks of things.
Clockwork, yeah. But the fact that...
Oh, there goes HCE getting a bit overconfident, pushing in too far. And now Rest on the offensive, a long range. Oh, Talik, that's a very ballsy teleport. He's going to manage to get home safe, though. The Ensnare did fly out to Weaver, Windwalk, but he was invisible and was thus managing to avoid it. But he's got 3k gold in his pocket. He's already picked up his Deso. He's got that BKB from a long time ago. So he's looking pretty comfortable with gold. Probably going to go towards either a Lincoln's or an MKB at the moment. But is that a Dagon? Dagon 2 on
YSM picked up, I just want to say, in that team fight, YSM picked up 2 critical heroes. They picked up both the Luna and Enchantress, losing 2 supports in exchange. That is a big play to swing them even further towards positive territory, further north in terms of graphs, because, you know, you can't afford to lose those exchange carries for
Radiant's bottom tower has been destroyed.
Yeah, well, I actually didn't realise, but there is a Veil of Discord now out on Jakiro. He's going towards a 4-staff now. But that Veil of Discord doing massive damage, and Roydsy going to try and catch out that Puck. Miggles, he's trying to run away, but Roydsy going to surge himself after Puck. Puck has got the Blink Dagger up, and Hookshot flies out from Tig. He does get onto Tondas, though, and here comes Pudding, though. The Ice Path, the wall is down now. Twig's going to go down. Tonda's in grave danger at the moment. The Liquid Fire onto him. He's going to go down now as well. So 2-for-0 trade. Miggles could be in trouble as well. He's going to take quick out Roydsy with that Waning Grip and the Dagon, but he's going to go down as well. Shakiro coming in to pick up that last hit. 750 gold for him. 3-for-1 trade at the moment, going in favour of YSM. They're at a big advantage. They could even be able to break that high ground tier 3. There's no more tier 2 towers to push as Miggles is going to have to be forced to buy back at the moment.
As they go in towards what looks like to be the tier 3. The tier 3 high ground, you have to say the position from Rest was not ideal in around that Roshan pit, and they did pay for it because they were out of position, particularly the Naga Siren, particularly the Clockwork. They did go down very rapidly, and now the tier 3 tower does go down under a lot of right click damage.
Does, and right now YSM still trying to break that tier 3. They've broken it. The Rax is under fire now. Miggle's going to blink in. He's going to drop his orb though. No follow-up unfortunately just of yet. The Ice Path will fall out. Defensive Astral Imprisonment from HTA onto himself. And Rez doing a great job of defending this. That there is just like a little bit of a tower defense game going on here, courtesy of putting on the Venomancer. And those wards doing massive damage, just destroying that creep wave quite quickly. And now they're onto that Rax. The Dream Coil is going to come out from Puck. He finds Windwalk, Talik, and Pudding. Dust is going to come out. The poison never going to go. Twig hook shots into the fight. Lethal is going to be the first to die. Markiplier comes out. Ton is quickly moving out of that. Killswitch going to drop the Eclipse now. Talik going to lose his life to that Eclipse. He's going to go down to a double kill going in favour of both Pudding and Kilter at the moment. Miggles taking massive damage. Is he going to survive that Nova? Pudding Head takes a triple kill now. Tier 3, the Eclipse didn't break, but Kilter doing great work with that Eclipse, managing to pick off a couple of heroes, but still 2 for 3 trade. Basher Venomancer, what?
I just want to say that Eclipse saved their team fight. If it was not for the Eclipse, they would have lost the middle racks. And yes, very unusual. Basher coming out of Venomancer. What magic, what witchcraft is this? I do not understand.
Game is hard. New meta. But OD is going to pick up a BKB, so we are back to sensible items, thank fudge. Darkseer, he's got himself a Blink Dagger and a Pipe of Insight since the last time I saw. I don't understand the Basher though, like it just doesn't make... It's only a 10% chance, it does... It's just silly. That doesn't make any sense. He'd be better off getting like a Blink Dagger or something to at least get him into the fight and being able to drop that Poison Nova, or even maybe something to give him a bit of a mana pool. It drains half his mana to use that Poison Nova at the moment. Even, there's plenty of other items which would be more beneficial. A Yasha or a Force Staff. But, look, I don't personally agree with the Basher. Weaver's gotten himself a heart now. What have we got on Luna? Luna picked herself up an Eagle Song now, so she's going to be able to dish out a little bit more damage. Clockwork's going towards that Blade Mail. Dagon 2 still up on Puck. She's able to get a Dagon 3 if she wants at the moment. And Enchantress finally picking up that mech. But what have we got in gold experience?
Curious, do you get the passive from Basher from your Plague Wards?
No, they cannot have it. They only get the Poison Sting. It would be incredibly broken if they did. But YSM now going to move into the Roshan pit, and HTA could be in trouble. No, he's going to force himself out of Twig's reach and into the pit of Roshan. I can hear the song's going off. Rest want to get into this. Eclipse is still down for 20 seconds. This isn't the fight they want to take. Puddinghead's going to drop that Poison Nova. Tonder's going to quickly get dropped here. Windwalk with the BKB out. Kills it also with the BKB. There's a big fight in the clock. Markiplier will go off in the cogs. Lethal going to get vacuumed into the wall. He's going to go down as well. Puddinghead takes a killing spree. Windwalk picks up another kill. 3 for 0 trade so far. Tondas did buy back. He's not going to be able to do anything though. Puck's going to throw an orb into Roshan. Really? Oh, she's going to go in. Puck does snatch the Aegis. Great snatch there. And did she manage to get away? No, not yet. She is going to go down though. Can Miggles get out though? He's got the Blink Dagger. Who has the fastest hands? Puck. Does he have the fastest hands? He's going to be able to get away. Oh, he's going to go straight into OD. HCE ready for the catch. Drops the Sanity Eclipse. Puck shouldn't have too much health. And she's gone. She's living life by the edge, and there she goes finally. HCA will take her down, but a great Aegis snatch from Puck there. They will defend the racks with that snatch though as well, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, Puck going for the grand best Aegis, looking to steal there and turn there, but in the overall game effect, it did not help. In fact, if anything, Rest walked into a death pit without the Eclipse from Luna, and that really sealed the deal. They gave up 4 kills for nothing.
Twig's gonna go down. He does. Venomancer dunks him hard with the urn, the venomous scale, and the poison sting. Just too much for the poor Clockwork to handle.
Yeah, and this looks like it is a game for YSM to take through to the finish. There, as you draw on the map, you can see the racks. They just disintegrate under the effect of both
There is a 2 racks advantage for YSM. There hasn't been a GG called yet from Rest, though. Still.
Hey, some teams do not call GGG. Out comes the Naga Siren song. They're looking to delay the inevitable. They have the Eclipse effect. Out comes the BKB. Eclipse comes into play. Dreamcall catches 5 heroes, but it may not be enough damage. Rest loses the Naga Siren. Luna goes down.
Divine Veno.
Next second. Divine Veno. What? Are you kidding me?
Why not? Pudding being very cocky. Windwalk, could he go down? No, he's going to be fine. But here comes the Divine Rapier Veno. Lethal taking massive damage from that. No bash proc just yet. And now Twig Gonna get pushed, drop the cogs, and putting it, trying to get up there for that Divine. He's going to try and get attacks. He's still getting pushed by the cogs, even though they're despawned, and he could lose the Divine here. Is this EG Game of Throws? Pudding gonna lose that Divine Rapier. When did EG throw last?
Radiant's top tower is
That Divine Rapier still on the ground though.
They don't pick it up.
Pick up the
Why
Divine
don't they
Lethal.
Pick it up and charge
Pick
us.
up
Use
the
hero.
goddamn Divine. No, they're going to try and save that for Luna if they can. I think she needs that Divine more than anything. And this could be game-changing. If she can get that... Oh, no! Jakiro! No, he misses it! Jakiro trying to grab it. Talik, he wants that Aegis. He's going to pick it up. So the Divine, he's going to go down, though. And here comes Tonda. Tonda's going to, and Lethal going to guard that with their lives. And here comes Kilted. And this could be Game of Throws because I don't know how they're going to get contest with that. What are they doing? They just gave Luna a Divine with a BKB. This...
Game of Throws. I'm going to find the music and start playing it in the background.
I can imagine their Skype at the moment just being, what the hell are you doing? Why? They would be so ragey at putting it at the moment. He got too cocky and he ended up throwing a Divine towards...
They do
her.
have a 2-Rex advantage, but they only have a, what is it, a 11 kill advantage.
But
they have to...
14 kill advantage, but it's 2 racks against a Luna who has glaives and she's now got a Divine. She is one of the only heroes in the game who can defend against Megas, along with, what's the hero? Medusa and Gyro are 2 other heroes who can do it, but Luna, who's got that flash farm ability, I think they've just thrown the game. I don't know if... Well, I suppose Luna is still squishy. If they can get that wombo combo, they've done it before, they can do it again.
She's only got 1,200 hit points.
They need to kill Luna and get that... If they can get that Divine onto Weaver, that's game. But look at this. They're not even going to bother with that. Talik's out pushing top. We've got Weaver Windwalk trying to do the split push.
It's a race. It's going to be a race for the HN because you can see the bottom lane. It is a smoked out 5-man team and his TP is going back, including
Be an easy way.
to the top.
YSM could win it. Oh, Kilted going to get trapped. Kilted
Luna,
could be in
what are
trouble.
you doing?
He's taking massive damage. The hook shot from Twig coming in to save his teammate. Eclipse is going to pop from Kilted now. Putting it, taking massive damage. There goes Rest. That Divine is on the ground. Who picked it up? Who picked up the Divine? The Divine is in the hands of nobody. Where is it? I don't know who's got it. I can't see it. But, oh, Puck has it. Puck trying to get back to base. Miggles going to secure that gem now. But Windwalk, Talik, HCA, Roydsy, Pudding, all 5 of them still up. 3-for-0 trade. Pudding wants that Divine back. But the third racks will be going down in a couple seconds. And HCE now going on to that Puck, the disconnect from Luna, and the GG call will be made. GG well played, comes out from Rest. YSM will take this series best of 3, 2-1. Great game from YSM, being so dominant in game 1 and 3. Rest also playing amazingly in game 2 though.
On the upside, there will now be 2 casters available to cast.
There are more casters. Finally, we'll have Tondas and Twig back. Shout out to YSM, who will stay in the tournament. Bad luck to Rest, who are now eliminated from this tournament, unfortunately. Of course, make sure you head over to our sponsors' website, TD Sports by Thermaltake, www.ttesports.com. Check out all their gear. They're the major sponsors of this tournament. Also, head to southerncrossdota.com/giveaway for our giveaway and just to sign up to the forums. I've been Shads, bringing you the live action. You can check out any of my content at Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or twitter.com/Shadster. I've been lucky enough to have Omega co-casting with me. He's also got YouTube and all that sort of stuff.
I do indeed. I have Facebook as well as Twitch. I don't really have YouTube so much. I use it a little bit. But a shout out to the Kings, because we both love the King.
Shout out to the Kings, and of course shout out to Sophie and Naga, who have been supporting in games, sitting in chat listening to the casters crap for a couple hours. Just make sure you guys in Twitch are eligible for items. We will be back. I think there's a cast tomorrow night at 6 or 8:45. Don't hold me to that.
No, Sunday. It's Sunday.
Sunday. There will be a game on Sunday, and of course we'll be back for your regular casting at 6 PM on Mondays and Thursdays. Once again, just keep following this Twitch, twitch.tv/SouthernCrossDota.
It's the final week. It's
the final week.
Be excited. Be excited. It's the final week.
So that will be the final week. Until then, guys, have a good night and stay in tune for more Dota action.